So to start with the login page in this, we'll open the Sublime text, create one login.html in the templates folder, write the HTML structure, start with the title tag in this. Then I have a h3, then inside this login, and we have to copy that bootstrap link in this case. So I'll copy the bootstrap link, paste it in the head tag, start with the center tag in this with two flower brackets for MSG, and you can have a font size, a different font size to display the message. In this case you can use h4, and then start with the font tag. Name is equal to frm login, method is equal to post, autocomplete equal to off. Again inside this flower bracket percentage csrf underscore token inside this. So login ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you can take a mobile number or email ID in this. I always prefer using a mobile number in this case. So I will take mobile number from the user, password from the user in this case. So inside this we'll create a division tag class equal to container hyphen fluid, close of this. Inside this one more division, close of division, and then inside this division it is class equal to row, and inside this one more division, class equal to say call hyphen lg hyphen 4, call hyphen sm hyphen 12, call hyphen md hyphen, will keep 12 itself, a login operation in this case. I'll keep it 12 in this case. And you have one more, call hyphen excel hyphen say 4. Excel is for large screens in this case. Large screen, like you have a television, 42-inch TV. So in that TV also you can run the web applications. So in that case, you can even mention that option in this case. Okay. Next, inside this, I'll have under the font tag, I'll take color is equal to red, and it is mobile number. And you have a input tag for this. Input type is equal to number. Name, it is mobile number. Autofocus, it is a first tag in this. So autofocus equal to on. Then we can have a placeholder, say enter mobile number. You can give a pattern property in this. I want 0 to 9 to be allowed, nothing else. And it can be from 10 digits to 12 digits in this case. Save. Now, next, after this, one more division tag, class equal to same what I have given here. So I'll just copy paste it, save the time. Even I'll take the label also in this, saves my time for password. Okay. Next, inside this we need to take a one more tag, that is input type is equal to password. Name is password, placeholder, enter password. Anything else, it is required compulsory field. Even compulsory field we have to give in the mobile number in this case. And close of this, the division tag will close. Okay. And I will close the division for row, because I told you the submit button should always be in a separate row, separate division. So div inside this class equal to row, then we have div class equal to call hyphen 12, because everything should be 12 in this case. Input type is equal to submit. Name btn submit. Value I will give it as login. Class equal to btn success. say btn reset, btn reset, value is cancel, btn. Okay. So this is a HTML page which we have created. Of course, I want to show you something, so I have made some mistakes in this. Once you have created a HTML page, the next thing you have to do is go to urls.py, add one new path in this case. Say path, I'll give it as login, function name as login, redirect also as login. After you create a path, you have to go to views.py, create one function, def login, say request colon. For the time being, I'll say return render. Inside this, of course, we need one variable msg also. Return render. Request is the first parameter. Login.html is the name of the HTML file. And in the dictionary, we pass msg colon msg. Okay, save this. Let us run the program now. So here I will give it as login. See, remember, when you have only few fields in the form, whenever you have a form where you have very few number of fields in this case, the most important thing is don't keep them in a single row. Now, why their mobile number and password it is showing in a single row is because when we are designed here, there is only one row in which we have kept both the tags in this. Say, I'll keep the cursor is closing here. So both the user mobile number and password both are in a same row, which is not required. Only when you have a huge number of data, in that case you have to follow this. You have to keep it one row, all the tags will come in that. If you have hardly 4 or 5 columns in this case, no need to create one single row. What I can do is, I can close this row. So this entire tag is in one single row, and I will open a one more row in this case for the next division. So now what happens is, they come one below the other. Because we have not given the class, I'll give the class name in this. Say class name form hyphen control, and the same thing here. Now the appearance will change. Got this point? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು, exact ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ you should use a separate row for each tag in this. Scroll option ಬರಬಾರ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Scroll option ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ then you arrange the data with multiple columns in one row in this case. If you hardly have 5-6 forms, 5 or 6 columns or inputs you are taking, you can put it in one single line in this case with separate rows for each tag. Okay, here we have to make some changes, like I need a gap between each tag in this. So what we will do is, we have mv, that is bottom, I should give a space, common spacing everywhere, that is very important. Okay, so I get a spacing gap in this case between each. So a login method cancel, they should be in the center. So login and cancel to be in the center tag. So full center button. Sir, I need to push these tags also in the center. Okay, so in that case, this problem occurs only for LG. Remember this. SM and MD are automatic set. You can see automatically set in this case. But LG iddaga, you told that LG is 4, so he is taking 4 units in this case, and he is in the left position. Adanna you push ಮಾಡಬೇಕು towards right. So what you have to do for that is one more tag, that is offset hyphen when it is LG hyphen 12. Sorry, 4. And remember, you have given LX idru 4 ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ಸೆಂಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬರಬೇಕು. So what I have to do now is offset hyphen XL hyphen 4. Understood this point? Of course, I can't show you the Excel in this screen. Maybe you in project online deploy ಮಾಡಿ internet run ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you can do this. Same thing, I'll copy paste in the last. Order does not matter in this. Sir, above you have given LG, SM, MD, Excel. Sorry, there you have given LG, then it is offset, offset, SM, MD, XL. But here it is different, does not make any difference in this case. Save Madre and refresh, they come in the same place. Clear with this point? You can make these two letters bold in this. Say mobile number, I'll make it bold and bold. Same thing, bold and same. Refresh the bold. Clear with this point? So login page is ready. Now when I enter my mobile number and password inside this, click on the login page. It will go to the same function, that is login. Here what I will do, very simple, if request dot method double equal to post. Bring that mobile number and password, you can copy that inside a variable or you can directly write the operation. ಏನು operation? ಅವ ಎಂಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಯೂಸರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ವರ್ಡ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಡೇಟಾಬೇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಅದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ you people have already written the function, the same thing in this. If student data dot objects dot filter, inside this say mobile number equal to request dot post square bracket mobile number. So I'm checking mobile number our user name enter madana, is it same in the student data. I have to also check the password in this, comma password is equal to same thing request dot post square inside square bracket, it is password. Remember these double quotations again name contain, it should be same what I have given in the HTML page. Dot exists ಅದನ್ನ ಇಲ್ಲ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಅದೇ. If it is there, I should go to student home page in this. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ student home page ಹೋಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ I will say return render request comma student home dot html say. Okay, that is if whatever the username and password he has entered is correct but the data ada antandra and martini I will tell him go to studenthome.html. I will create that page later. Otherwise, if the given condition was false, that means the data he has entered is wrong. So I will message ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. Message is equal to invalid login details. So I'm giving a message to the user saying invalid login details. Adadmele automatically he will execute the return render and it will go to the login page in this case. That's all. This is the login page code. Yes, Kainava, hardly it is 5 or 6 lines. And it like almost you have written all the lines before also in this. Like example, in condition kodligattivi, the same condition you people have used here also. Aste olag field bare ava. Okay. When I am performing a login operation, I will search for a mobile number and password in this. Clear with this? Save and run the program. I don't remember the details. So what I'll do is I'll use student details the side here. You can see the screen. So I'll take the login details, enter the mobile number, password is Kiran, click on login. It is going to student home, but he is not able to find this page. This is also again a common mistake which you do. This error template does not exist means that this page is not there in the templates folder. So what you can do is you can just create one folder in this. I mean a new file, say student home.html. Okay, so HTML structure. Student student home. I'll just put one message to the user on the screen. Welcome student. Okay, save this, refresh the web page and it is showing me the message. Clear with this point? But there is a problem. Can you tell me what is the problem? The problem is You have come to the student homepage, but the URL has not changed. The URL is still login in this case. Andra, you are still in the login page in the URL, but have gone to the HTML page in this. Now, what is the solution for this? The solution is simple. In the views.py, this line is creating the problem. So you can't use a redirect function. You can't use a render function in this case because render function will always keep the URL in the same place. Page move ಆಗ್ತದ but URL same ಇರ್ತದೆ. URL should change. If the URL should change, you have to use another function instead of render, that is redirect. Simple. And when you are using a redirect function, you have to pass the name of the HTML page without extension. Andra, redirect function will not call the HTML page. He has to call another function called as student home. Do we have another function called student home in this? So I need to create that function in this. So what I will do is I will write def student home open bracket close bracket request colon enter. In this I will say return render request comma student home dot html. Understand this? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ redirect function ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, render function ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. So redirect function ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ in this you can't call the HTML page directly, but you can call another function in this case. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದು function ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೆ student home ಅಂತ function. So I have to create a student home function. In student home function, I will tell him go to studenthome.html. Got this? Two things again change. That is, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ this function should be registered with the URL. So that means I need to have a one more path student home comma views dot student home comma name is equal to student. Understood this point? So I am using a redirect so that the URL should also change. Redirect function will call the another function. He can't call the HTML page. So I created a function called as student home. In that I am redirecting to the student home.html. But when you write a new function in the views.py, that function should have a separate path. So I have created a path in this case. One more thing in this case, you have to call this redirect function after the render. In your printf scanf use maliki, you make use of include.h. But when you write clr scr, you need to add one more library file, that is conio.h in this. So like that only, this function is not inherited directly. So you have to call it separately after the render. Now let us see what are the changes that takes place. I'll start again with the login. I entered the data. Wrong information ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. It will display me a message invalid login details. Let me enter cut data in this case. Click on login. Now you can see the things in this. You have come to the home page. That does not matter. The main is here. Now it is showing me student home in this. So that means now the URL is also changed because of the redirect method in this case. Understood this? No doubt in this. This is the concept of login page in this case. Anywhere you have a doubt, you can ask. No? So login page, I think you can design by yourself.